Hello class, good morning. Myself Vivek Prakash Yadav, and again I am here with my biology topic of cell division for the class 11. And today we are going to continue with the topic of meiosis 1 that we are actually completed till prophase. And yes, before starting, I hope you all are very well, doing good at your home, focus on your studies. And yes, so let's start. So the topic today that we are going to deal is actually of the chapter cell division, right? Cell division. And the topic that we are going to cover today, actually it is meiosis. In that meiosis 1. So in the last class, we all have discussed about the prophase 1 of meiosis 1. In that we found that lactotine, zygote, pachytene, diplotin and diakinesis. Okay. So at the completion of diakinesis stage, the final changes that we will found in the case of a cell is that complete disappearance of nuclear membrane, first thing, nucleolus going to be completely disappear, and cell organelles which are present, they are also totally finished. There is no cell organelle. That takes place initially, but what we have found at the completion of prophase, okay, 1, that no nuclear membrane, no nucleolus, and the cytoplasm and protoplasm materials are now not discriminated because the nuclear membrane which is discriminating them, okay, that is now totally dissolved. So now the chromosomes which are present, okay, chromosomes which are present inside the cytoplasm, we can say a plasma membrane, they are totally free, suspended in the cytoplasm, okay. And second thing, the centrioles which are started dividing initially, okay, they also are at the opposite pole in the ester form. Because why we are saying them ester? Because they have the spindle fibers. On the completion, the structure that you will see in the cell is that centrioles are opposite side. Yes, centrioles are at opposite side. No nuclear membrane, no nucleolus, no cell organelles, and from the centrioles there is formation or development of spindle fibers. They are microtubules. Okay, spindle fibers. The structure is known as ester. Okay, centrioles with the spindle fibers is known as ester. And the chromosome is freely suspended in the cell membrane or in the cytoplasm because the barrier which is kept them separate from the other thing is nuclear membrane which is totally disappear. Now what is happening? In the last class I think I told you, if not, let's revise that when we draw a typical structure of chromosome, you will see this is centromere. With that there are arms of the chromosome, these are known as sister chromatids. Yes, these are known as sister chromatids. They are attached with the help of centrioles. Now there is a disc-shaped structure covering disc-shaped structure or covering near the centromere, which is known as kinetochore. Okay, this structure is known as kinetochore. Now what will happen actually on the completion of prophase and before the entry of metaphase, we can say prometaphase. Okay, prometaphase, initial stage of metaphase, what will happen? These spindle fiber attach to this kinetochore. Okay, this spindle fiber and are attached to the kinetochore. So what are the key features that we are going to take place in? We are going to see in case of metaphase. So we are going to discuss today is metaphase 1. Okay, we are going to discuss today is your metaphase 1. What is happening in metaphase 1? That all spindle fiber develop from the opposite pole of centriole, means opposite pole from centriole, okay, from centriole, okay, attached to kinetochore of centromere. So these are the few things that takes place, and the structure of the cell generally that you will see in the case of metaphase, that spindle fibers were developed from the opposite sides, okay, and from the opposite side, and here you will see that they are present at the center, equatorial region. So this is exact structure you will see in case of metaphase, that all the chromosomes are aligned at the equatorial region, okay, and the spindle fiber attached to the kinetochore, of the centromere. Now the cell is ready, or the chromosomes are ready to split from the centromere region in the next phase. So this is, you will see the case of metaphase. Now the next phase is your anaphase 1. Now, what next that we are going to see is anaphase 1. As in the metaphase, all the chromosomes are aligned at the equator. Now what will happen? The spindle fibers start degenerating. Okay, the spindle fibers start degenerating, and the chromosome, that is sister chromatids, okay, longitudinally, they are going to be split from the centromere. This is something like this. Suppose this is the structure of chromosomes, which is aligned at the center. Now what will happen from here? Okay, from here the centromere is going to be split. Okay, centromere is going to be split, and the next structure that you will get is something like this. The centromere, the half centromeres, posing towards the opposite side of the cell. See, the centromeres now moving towards the opposite side of the cell. So the structure that we will get at the anaphase 1, okay, anaphase 1 is something like this. Okay, this is what you will see or get at the anaphase. That what in metaphase you have seen that they are joined together, lying at the center. But what will be happen after entering the anaphase? From the centromere they are going to be split. Okay, from the centromere they are going to be split and start moving towards opposite side of the cell. How that is going to be takes place? Actually, what happened After this stage, the spindle fiber which is formed, they actually start degenerating and pulling the divided differentiated sister chromatids towards the opposite side. So in the case of anaphase 1, chromosome are split from centromere and centromere pulls towards opposite poles of cell. Okay, and this bundle fiber, the spindle fiber start degenerating, leading to the movement of chromosome towards opposite pole. Got it? So the anaphase, they split and start moving towards the opposite side, and as a result what happens? The spindle fiber getting degraded and pulling them towards the opposite side. Okay. Now on the completion of the anaphase, almost the chromosomes are towards the opposite end of the cell. Okay. Now the cell enters in the next phase, that is telophase. Next is telophase 1. Telophase is the final stage of the meiosis 1, we can say, or in other mitosis also you have seen that telophase is the last phase of the karyokinesis, or it is somewhat, we can say, near about going to be like prophase. The result of the telophase is the initiation of the prophase. Okay, so what we have seen in the ending of the telophase is you are going to appear somewhat initiation of the prophase. How come? What happened? That in the telophase you will see that after karyokinesis, because after telophase it is cytokinesis. Okay, but here what? In the telophase, in the last phase of karyokinesis, the chromosomes are almost its opposite sides. Okay, chromosomes are almost at the opposite pole of the cell, and the nuclear membrane, yes, the nuclear membrane, nucleolus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, they are start reappearing. First of all, nuclear membrane, then nucleolus, slowly endoplasmic reticulum, then Golgi body. They initially, what will be happen? They start forming, and the chromosome which is condensed and have proper structure again start decondensing. What? Decondensing means it is going to be again in the form of thread-like structure. But as I told you, meiosis is divided into two phases, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So in between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, the phase is known as interkinesis. Interkinesis. and meiosis II. So cell does not enter complete process so that it will enter in the prophase, but actually it is get ready for meiosis II. Here what will be happen after interkinesis? Cytokinesis takes place. Okay, cytokinesis takes place. Cells start dividing. Okay, cells start dividing, and at the end of meiosis I, you will get haploid set of chromosome. What? Half set of chromosome, that is haploid. So you will get two daughter cells at the end of meiosis I. Okay, at the end of meiosis I, this is the last of the telophase. You will get two daughter cells having haploid set of chromosomes. Okay, these are haploid, n number. We are going to represent them n number. Now the next step that is going to be takes place is your meiosis II. Okay, going to be takes place is your meiosis II. So have a look here. So what you got in the telophase. In telophases, the chromosome are at opposite pole. Chromosomes are opposite poles. Nuclear membrane, nucleolus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies start reappearing, and finally two haploid daughter cell form, which is dyad in nature. Dyad in nature. Okay, means actually complete dyad in nature. Now what will happen after telophase I, cell entering the interkinesis? Okay, it is a gap or phase between meiosis I and meiosis II, and after that cell entered in the meiosis II. Cell entered in the meiosis II. In the last class I have given you a flow chart. Okay, in that I have told you that is meiosis, which is twice n, which undergoes meiosis I and produce haploid. Yes, this is known as reduction, division, and again this is going to form haploid number of 2 cells. Yes, this I have given you. So from here you got the concept that meiosis II. Okay, meiosis II, or here meiosis I. Okay, so meiosis II is actually equational division. Because what you are getting that same number of chromosomes you are getting here with 2. What we have found in the case of mitosis, that twice n, suppose diploid in our nature, it produces 2 diploid cell. Correct? This is mitosis. So same concept you will see here also, that haploid cell produce 2 haploid daughter cells. So we can say that meiosis II resemble mitosis, and a single haploid cell after meiosis, single haploid cell after meiosis to produce two haploid daughter cell. Two haploid daughter cell. Thus, you can use same steps and features of mitosis in case of meiosis too. Just difference you need to have is that in the case of mitosis you have found diploid set of chromosome. Okay, diploid set of chromosome, two set of chromosome that give diploid cell, and here what you will get is haploid chromosome. Set of chromosome means half set of chromosomes which are going to give you haploid cell, but the number is going to be from single to 2. So the final result of meiosis is that a single meiocytes which is diploid in nature finally on the completion of meiosis produce 4 haploid daughter cells. 4 haploid daughter cell. Got it? Which are genetically differ. Because in the meiosis one you have found the crossing over takes place which has the exchange of genetic material among sister chromatids. Got it? As a result, the chromatids that you will get, they are haploid and are genetically differ. So class, with this we are finishing the cell division, that is karyokinesis. Okay. Now what will be happen here with the cytokinesis when takes place? The formation of nuclear membranes takes place, everything done. The cell organelles which are present in cytoplasm, they are going to be differentiated. Okay. In plant cell, there is cell plate formation takes place because cell wall is there. But in the case of animal cell, simply plasma membrane, there is dispersion takes place, impression takes place. Okay. Normal cells, you will see there is impression going to be takes place. Okay, like this way. And other cytoplasmic material and cell organelles, okay, are going to be separate. And finally, you will see that what will be happen, that cytoplasmic cytokinesis takes place, and all the material of the cell, okay, cytoplasm cell organelles, they are going to be equally divided, and you will get the two cell with complete setup. Okay, nucleus, cell organelles, cytoplasm, everything. Okay, now these cells can be going to be act as separate independent cell. So hope you like the class, understood the concept, and yes, if you have any doubt, you can leave a comment in the comment section. So